Last time on Roll for Distraction, the Family Jewels. The party regrouped with Rogue, and she sold them some intel on Militech. Apparently, Militech management discovered a mole amongst their staff at the Night City HQ. While they worked through their investigation into the matter, they've moved the mole to a smaller facility in Haywood for temporary holding. This presents the party with an opportunity to nab the mole and find out what they know while they're outside of the main Militech stronghold. They attacked the small warehouse at around 2 a.m. and dispatched the 6 guards stationed there. They opened the door to the facility's break room to discover their cousin Terry tied to a chair, wounded and unresponsive.
Oh, God. My dinner.
You okay?
No, my dinner is not happy with me.
You gassy?
Dude, I've almost stanked myself out, and probably in like the next 30 minutes, I'm gonna be prairie dogging it.
Oh my god.
Well, this is how we're starting the episode, right?
Nice.
Yeah, this is in.
Gross.
All right.
I've gotten into the habit the last couple episodes of leaving in the pre-intro
Of leaving
banter
in the distractions? Yeah, it's great.
And, I guess that's one of them now.
Further reminders that Alex is the only girl here.
Yep.
And the other Alex has to listen to all of this twice.
Yep.
She's basically one of the bros
Oh, yeah.
at this point, so it doesn't matter.
It's been, 3 years of playing with y'all at this point?
Yeah, if you're not used to
we
it by now.
We started playing before the pandemic.
Recording.
Yeah.
We were playing in 2020. In
It was January of
2020.
2020. We started just Alex, John, me, and Gerard.
I was
that
running
was
Space
it.
Conflict,
Yes.
which was a
discount Star
totally
Wars game.
not related to other properties game.
Yeah, and then we all learned that Kobe
Anyway.
tragically passed away during
Oh,
one
yeah,
of the
I
I
sessions.
remember that. That's where we learned about that.
Anyway, now we're playing this game. This is Cyberpunk Red, The Family Jewels. It's episode 5.
Yeah, D&D, never heard of it. Stinks.
Oh my god. Your cousin's dead.
Yes,
Oh my
Terry's
God.
dead. Wait, is he
Wait,
actually
he's
dead?
dead?
He was dead last episode.
Wait,
Zenith?
what? Hold on, when
Terry
did
actually
Terry
died.
die?
You said he was only mostly dead.
I said you
We
didn't.
had-
You said he was unresponsive, and you hadn't yet looked at him. Now we're picking right back up where we left off. So, a little mini recap. You went to go attempt to rescue a unknown mole from a Militech facility off-site, off of the main site. Took out the guards, ran one over with a forklift. It was hilarious.
True, I did do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty great. Opened the door to the last room that was not really included in the combat arena. And
wonder
it's
why.
It's sort of a little break room, conference room. And found out that the mole was Terry, as you had suspected. He's been tied up. He's got a wound in his forehead. And yeah, so Pandora gets to walk up to him, checks his vitals, and yeah, he's out. He's
Like out as in KO?
Wait,
or...
he's comic book dead?
He's done.
Fuck. Oh no.
Terry!
I believe the term is flatlined, isn't it?
Yes, that is how people like to say those things in this world.
I mean, that's a term for it in the real world too.
Yeah.
He's been zeroed is another one they like to say.
But he was
As in ones and zeros?
But he was a
Yes.
net runner, correct?
He is out of
Maybe
hit
his-
points.
Maybe his brain is in the network.
That would be cool.
That does happen
Well, okay,
sometimes.
that means it's not.
I mean, that does happen occasionally.
Anyway,
But generally,
while
you have
we're
to die
here,
plugged in.
while we're here, I'm gonna invoke a mechanic that this game has, which is when you experience trauma, like finding the dead, tortured body of your cousin,
No.
you're gonna incur some humanity loss. Everybody roll 1d6, not a huge amount,
have much
1d6,
of
and
that.
subtract that from your humanity.
Wow, I really cared about Terry's death. Apparently. I got a
6.
6.
Ooh,
I also got
that's
a
rough for
6.
you.
Oh, Terry, no!
I also got a 6.
Jesus Christ!
I also got a 6.
Are you shitting me?
Wow, we are all.
Brian,
very
how'd you
distraught.
do? Did you also get a 6?
What am I rolling? A D6?
Yes.
I got a 1? Wait a minute. that
Wow,
can't be right.
Brian.
Okay,
is shit
all
about
right.
Terry.
Alright, so
Brian
Mac
doesn't
doesn't
give
give
a
a shit.
fuck.
Mac and Terry
The
weren't
rest of
that
us are
close.
distraught, and Mac Mini is like, God damn it, I spent so much money on this fucking sword. And I can't fucking
like-
hit anything with it.
then he just looks over. He's like, "Who's the stiff?"
With that resolved, yes,
inventory.
there
What the
he
fuck's
is.
in this building?
We wipe
Heck,
away
John,
our
slow
tears.
down.
We gotta
You gotta
take
figure
care
out what
of
you're doing
Terry.
with this body.
I'm Viking funeraling the building once we're done. We can't take him with us. They'll tie that to. That's too suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
There's a body?
suspicious.
That is fair.
We should
Yeah.
we should autopilot the forklift into the building and blow it up. Strap a bomb to the forklift.
There's
Terry's
6
body
fuel
in it.
tanks in a fuel truck. We're just gonna light it up.
Fine.
You could just
be
huck
bored.
a
Molotov
grenade into the
cocktail
right
it.
point.
I got an idea how we can do it. All the bodies are inside, right?
I think you'd have to pull number 1 in. I think maybe he died in like the parking lot, but otherwise, yeah, you can get all the bodies inside. Why?
Cool. Let's have them all like sitting around somewhere in here. And then we'll blow it up, and we'll blow it up utilizing a cigarette, so it looks like one of them, probably number 1 since he's outside, was smoking too close
Made it
to
go
the
floaty.
fuel.
To
Okay.
the truck.
Oh,
So-
wait a minute. I wanted the motorcycle.
Oh, look,
There's
we'll
no
steal the.
motorcycle
We'll
here.
steal.
Yeah, it's up
There is
in
a
the
motorcycle.
thing.
There's a motorcycle,
By
a
the
quad, a
stairs.
truck, and 4 other trucks actually.
We should
And I would
take-
like the motorcycle.
I want to take the forklift.
Right, there was a motorcycle.
You're not.
on the
We
battle
can't
map.
take the forklift. Okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because that's too suspicious.
Don't be
Especially the one
suspicious.
covered in
Don't
blood, I
be
guess.
suspicious.
Look,
It is
Clean
also
it
covered
off.
in blood.
what we're gonna
Clean it
do,
off.
we're gonna leave all of the bodies where they are except one. We're gonna take one with us so that they think they had an inside man, and we're not taking Terry's body with us. And then we're gonna blow this fucking place to the sky.
I would like their motorcycle.
Okay, you can drive away on the motorcycle, Brian. You can have the motorcycle.
Yes! Huzzah!
Real quick, John wanted to do an inventory check in what's left of the computer. John, go ahead and roll electronics for me.
It's 17.
Okay, so correctly, yes, this is primarily a fuel depot and other chemical storage. They don't really keep weapons here other than just a few for the guards. They are mostly storing CHOOH2 fuel, which is the modern gasoline replacement in this universe.
Wait, what? CH?
It's a fake compound.
Oh. Okay.
They
I'm like,
call
that
it
sounds-
Chew2, but it's CHOOH2. Fake thing, obviously. So yeah, that's really all they have here is mostly Chew2, a few other chemical implements, none of which are really useful on their own. They use them for manufacturing purposes. To store them off-site
Like manufacturing.
because they're volatile.
Like manufacturing boom booms?
Everybody say, wait,
yeah,
hold on.
I mean, the fuel itself is also
Wait,
volatile. You
hold.
don't even need to roll for that. Everybody knows Chew2 explodes.
Alright, I'll be back.
Where's Colin's
Collins.
going? Is it time
Colin's
already?
got a
Wow.
turtlehead poking out. One Colin poop later.
Alright, so like, we're gonna grab all the weapons that we can take, throw everything in the truck, and then.
Yeah, what weapons did these people
And then
have?
fuck
I
off.
don't remember.
So yeah, if you want to loot the weapons between them, it's 6 heavy SMGs. You can throw those in the trunk. Somebody keep track of this. You probably don't want to stay here too long. There was noise in this battle. Someone will report it to the police. The police will report it to Militech. So you probably only have a few more minutes.
I say we just GTFO. Say goodbye to Terry.
Yeah, we just gotta blow this place up, and it shouldn't be that hard, seeing how it's filled with gas.
Yeah, a grenade in the right spot,
with hypergas.
and you're good.
Alright, we're back.
Wow, the military really taught you how to do that quick, huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Did you wash your hands?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
My bathroom is literally, I walk out of my office
Alright.
and it's right next door.
I don't believe you washed them well.
Well, you're not there to observe him, so shut up.
You are states away from him right now, Brian. I don't think his
In
germs
all
are gonna...
fairness, I literally made it to the toilet, sat down, and
All right, you don't need to
Okay.
share the
All
details.
right, well,
yeah.
Enough.
Not needed.
Okay.
So
That's
not
getting
needed.
cut.
So, we looted the
No,
6
it's not.
weapons. Are there any...
There's extra
Uniforms, any
ammunition.
spare
They each had an
uniforms?
extra mag, so that's 30 for each of the 6. Whatever 30 times 6 heavy pistol bullet
180.
is.
It's 180.
Yeah, so it's 180 heavy pistol bullets, just the same caliber bullet. If you want, you probably have enough time to strip one of these guys for a Militech
Whoa.
uniform. It would
Whoa.
fit any of the gentlemen. If you want to have that as a potential disguise later.
Discasio,
Probably wouldn't hurt to grab one. So there's no like lockers with extra shit here.
No, this isn't. You know, people just come here for their day shift and dip. You know.
Not today.
Well, yeah. There'll be no dipping today. And that's about all you're gonna have time for. Real quick, Pandora and one other person. I'll say Mac probably. Who were looking over Terry. You guys roll perception for me, or actually, where is it? Roll conceal and reveal object.
7.
14.
Okay, pretty good. So, Mac, just as a precaution, you pat Terry down, and
Pat.
as you're moving him and adjusting him, his shoe falls off, and in his shoe he was hiding a computer chip, like a USB drive, essentially.
Ah, shit.
I found a computer chip USB drive thing.
Take that with you.
I'm gonna take this with me.
You can look over that later.
I'm gonna look over this later.
You should give it to Nico to look
You're
over
probably
later.
not. But
The rest of
I
us
may or
will
may
be.
not
sir.
give it to Nico later.
And then will you now be blowing the popsicle stand, as it were?
Yes.
On the motorcycle,
I
sure.
suppose.
I'm gonna be.
I'm stealing
I'm
the
gonna be
truck.
slightly sentimental for a
This,
second and give Terry a hug goodbye,
It-
and then we can blow the popsicle.
John, you know that if you take that truck, it's gonna have a tracker on it, and they're gonna.
I would like to disable the tracker.
You'd have to find it first.
Okay, can I do it? Can I try quickly?
Conceal and reveal object.
Actually, yes.
16.
Okay. You find where the tracker is. It's sort of behind a panel in the driver area. Then roll electronic security to see if you can do this quickly.
15.
So I'm going to go on the DV for a professional level task, given that this was installed by a professional, which is 17. So you will not be able to do this quickly enough. You know that if you spend too long on this, the next team, the response team, will be arriving.
Okay. So
you need to set a bomb and go.
Here's the Earth. Orion.
I can take the truck and then try and do it later.
Again, the truck is being tracked. People will follow you immediately.
Fine. Take the motorcycle.
It's-
Let's go.
I'm not like it's got a tracker on it. This place is about to explode. One truck's
I got a
driving away
duffel
from
bag
it.
with 6. I got a duffel bag with 6 guns.
Yeah, you didn't get nothing out of this. You got that mysterious data chip from Terry. You got some guns and ammo. You got a suit of Militech light armor jack that can help you blend in at some point later, perhaps.
All right, Viking funeral.
Goodbye, Terry. We love you, Terry.
I do have a road flare. That'll do.
Well, there
We're
you
gonna
go.
open up some tanks and chuck a road flare.
Well, I have a fire grenade. Will that help?
Oh, maybe that's better.
Yeah, so you all step out, except for Mac, who gets on the motorcycle, which appears to be a personal vehicle, not a Militech vehicle, and starts driving away. The rest of you get into Roman's car. Roman, you stick your grenade launcher arm out the window and thum, a grenade over the wall. You hit one of the tanks, and yeah, you blow it up, and there's a chain reaction.
There are 7 distinct large explosions and
Yeah.
a shitload more small.
Small, small.
A shitload more small
Yeah,
ones.
shit's
Oh,
more
boy.
small, more loads, more.
Oh god.
Boom, in other words.
Boom.
And then it's fucking 2 a.m., so I assume you want to go to bed.
Yes, please.
Well, I would like
Yeah,
to
I
drive
need-
away
I need,
first after it goes boom.
Brian, you can't fall asleep, you're driving a motorcycle.
Exactly. That's why I would like to get out of there first.
The next day, well, I guess technically the same day, just at a more reasonable hour. It's August 25th. Is anyone wounded? How are we on HP?
Look, I'm 30 out of 35.
Okay.
I'm fine.
I'm full
I'm
up.
11.
Full up.
That's armor, Brian.
Make a
That's
wish.
helmet and body. You're right. I'm also 40-40. There you go.
You got some pretty good eyesight.
Really good eyesight.
So, does anyone want any of these heavy SMGs? or
I'll
no?
take one. That would be useful, I guess.
Okay.
You guys will reconvene at some point. Do you want to do a day of work first and then hang out in the
Yeah.
evening? Okay. So we'll say around 6, you guys can meet up at Nico's apartment again. And you've got this mysterious data chip. It's really the only productive thing you got out of this.
All right, can my first day of work be that I try and upgrade my fucking rifle finally?
Okay, roll that again.
18.
Okay, now you can have your good gun.
Outstanding. Great. That's my day.
While I was at work, was there any talk about what happened last night?
Yeah, there was some buzz about an explosion at a Militech facility. Other than a very basic police report, it seems like Militech is handling the matter internally, so you can't really glean anything there.
No suspects?
Not that the NCPD has been informed of or has been made aware of.
Great.
You don't know if Militech has their own thoughts or not. They wouldn't always share that sort of thing. But anyway, yes, Nico's apartment in the evening after work, you have this mysterious data chip. What are you doing with it?
Put it in the SD card slot.
I'm gonna give it to Nico.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Insert.
Merry Christmas.
Is this Cybertech?
No, it's just a standard data chip by the look of it.
So then basic tech, like for whatever I'm doing with it. Am I just putting this into a computer?
Well, yeah, maybe plug it into a computer first and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna plug it into my
Okay.
laptop. My burner, my extra laptop.
Explodes.
It does not immediately seem to do anything when you plug it in, but you go to, the port where it's plugged in, and it has a sort of firewall on it. It's encrypted in some way. So if you want to try to break that to read into it, that'll be electronics.
The password is
Try
password.
Gertrude.
Yes.
18 on electronics and security tech. Hold on, wait. Let me make sure that I'm not actually in any important fields here.
Ah, he's jacking in. He's
All right.
hacking.
I'm in.
Did you just give me a keyboard soundbite? Is that
I
what
did.
that was?
Yeah.
He's hacking the mainframe.
Okay.
So, you get pretty far into this thing, but whatever's in the deepest layers of this is very heavily encrypted. You're going to need some assistance. You are pretty sure that buried underneath a bunch of junk data to sort of disguise whatever's at the bottom of this is some sort of virus, some very powerful virus. It hasn't been loaded into your computer. It seems to have a sort of triggering condition, but you can't read it. So you'll have to probably find yourself a pro net runner of some sort to identify what's going on here.
This is above my pay grade. We need someone who does this specifically. Is it possible that I know a net runner?
Rogue might know a net runner.
Would I know a net runner?
The NCPD would have a few net runners on staff. You probably don't want to share this with them.
But would I have like a net runner CI?
No. Because netrunner based crime is strictly handled by a division called Netwatch, not so much by the regular police force.
What about me?
Just go with Roman's suggestion.
We're gonna go with Roman's suggestion.
My suggestion, I'm the smart one here. Just
You're
go
the
to
one who
Rogue.
wins. Good job.
I'm the one who knocks on Rogue's door to find a net runner.
You could probably even just call her, but yeah.
Who wants to call
Fine,
Rogue?
we'll call Rogue.
Roman,
settle it.
you got it.
Why do
it's your idea.
Oh,
You call.
Why do I gotta be the one to call Rogue?
Because someone other than me should talk.
Yeah.
Do I? All right, I call Rogue. Beep boop bop boop beep.
Okay.
All right.
She picks up and she says, "Go ahead."
Oh, what's up? This is Roman from our group. I mean, it's Raptor from our group. She doesn't know my name's Roman. So we did the job, but we found a mystery data chip that's very heavily encrypted. You wouldn't happen to know?
Yeah, I heard about the explosion. Not exactly subtle, guys.
Covered it up. No witnesses.
I guess you're right.
So, do you know anyone that could crack a mystery data chip?
Okay, you need some encryption.
Decryption.
Yeah. Oh, right. Sure. That's the word.
I don't need it to be harder to get into.
She says, "Yeah, give me 5 minutes," and she hangs up.
That was rude.
Hello?
And sure enough, Roman, 5 minutes later, you get a text with an address. not too far from where Nico lives, and hang on, is it a motorcycle or some such?
It's Brian.
Yeah, Mac has one.
Yeah, it's Mac. He's driving by.
I thought I heard like a cityscape in somebody's background or something.
A whole cityscape drove by my apartment.
Yeah.
My suburban apartment.
No, it's City Escape from Sonic Adventure.
Follow me.
Set
me
me
free.
Play
free.
0.01% of the song right here, Vigna.
Alright. Yeah, anyway, she texts you back with an address.
Escape
and she
from the
says,
city.
Alright, we got it. We're done.
Address.
Okay.
The-
This is an address for a Netrunner friend that I trust. He goes by Professor.
The professor.
You could trust him.
Yay.
I told him you'll come see him tonight.
dope. I text dope.
He may ask for payment or a favor, but he's a nice guy.
All right.
Is
If
he
you say we can trust him, that works.
Ice guy?
I send her a thumbs up emoji. Do emojis still exist?
You know, in playing 2077, I don't think they do.
Well, shit.
They're like, you have pretty active text messages in that game. There's like
That's
smiley
fair.
faces and such, you know. Like
There's probably
like-
emoticons.
Right,
Yeah.
but like the classic emoticons.
I take a
parentheses.
picture of my hand doing a thumbs up and send it to her.
Anyway, you drive to go see Professor, yeah?
To the
Yes.
professor! Great Scott!
No, my name is Mac. God damn it.
What?
What?
He said something with the... I don't... I literally forgot what he just said. Never mind.
Brian, are
Okay.
you going crazy?
Move on. Let's
More
not
so
dwell
than
on jokes
usual?
that we don't remember happened.
Anyway, yeah, you go to a house in some of the far out suburbs. Knock on the door. There's a little camera over the door, a little fisheye camera.
Little ring doorbell.
Like Star Wars.
Yeah, like Jabba's palace. What you thought? You hear a voice of an older guy. It sounds like he's in his like 60s.
Sounds
maybe.
like he's as old as we would be in 2045.
Yeah, he's a millennial.
Wow, millennial, you guys are a dying breed. Yeah.
Lifespan's extended. But anyway, yeah, he says, who is it?
We're acquaintances of Rogue. Shut up, Mac. We're acquaintances of Rogue.
What we said in the
gave us this
car.
address.
What we said in the car. Anyway, yes, you tell him that you're the people that Rogue said was coming, and he says, "Oh, okay. Give me a minute," and you hear the sound of seven different locks unlocking.
I feel that.
You know, we all know that.
You hear a
bit.
gun uncocking. Like,
We all know that bit from cartoons, right? And then yeah, the door opens and you're greeted by a dude who certainly looks like he could have been a professor at some point. Sort of a thin older guy, pretty notable implant on the left side of his head, probably used for net running and such stuff. He says, "Well, come on in. Let's have a look at that chip, yeah?"
Yeah. Nico, show him the chip.
and I present it to him.
Yeah, he takes you to his computer room, which is like half of the first floor of his house. He says, "All right, let's see." He slides over to his main monitor, plugs it in. And let me make sure I'm not on an important field. Let me just... Okay, well, Discord didn't pick it up, on my mic did. My typing hacker noise.
Yeah. He's like, all right, I'm in. It was actually quite trivial. I'm like, okay, all right.
He's like, "Wow, this is...
So easy.
This is... There's a lot... No, this is a lot, actually.
I don't feel bad about not being able to get in.
No, you shouldn't. This is thick."
He has to crack. He cracks his knuckles, but he's like, I could do
That's
it
what she
though.
This encryption is all caked up.
He's a millennial, so he's like, "Wow, this encryption is thick with 6 C's."
What does that
I
mean?
say that shit way too often.
He's
You guys are like,
You
"What?"
could-
speaking
Here's
the language
thing.
of the gods.
With the word encryption, that could work. It's encryption.
Encrypted. This is gonna take a little bit. Tell you what, I could use a favor. And he kind of like rubs his hands together nervously. He's like, "I don't like going out very much.
Okay.
I'm gonna be here for like 2 hours with this probably. Can you guys just do me a favor and pick something up for me?"
What is it?
What, dinner?
Sure.
I just need milk.
My dad left for a bilk 60 years ago and never came back. I
He's
need
like,
more.
All right, I need
60 years ago.
groceries and
He
a
is 60.
small. I need groceries and a small bit of weapons-grade plutonium. It's like,
Oh, I already had that. Here, it's right here.
Could you go down to the store and get me a flux capacitor?
I need some yellow cake mix and some
Flux
yellow cake
capacitor.
uranium.
So wait, this is Doc Brown.
Don't get them mixed up, please.
He's like, well, there's... listen, you gotta think this is weird. There's a guy who I exchanged some messages with. He sells very
Seashells?
rare brain dance recordings.
pornos.
I know.
Not inherently.
Not inherently. He's like, I just... Could you just pick it up? I can give you the cash for it if you want.
60-year-old
Sure.
hermit. This is
Sure.
definitely a porno.
Or a snuff film.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely a snuff film.
Well, maybe when you get it, you can find out what it is.
What is
don't
it?
Oh,
want
I
to
don't
watch
want
this.
to.
And then further judge his character based on whether it is what it is.
Okay.
What do I want to know? What's a snuff film?
So don't worry about it, Brian.
Good God, Brian.
Huh?
Move on. Just how have you
Have you
not?
never
How
heard
do you
the
not
ter-
even
the
know
term?
what that is?
I am innocent.
Anyway, are we in agreement? We'll do this little errand for this guy.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Who? Yeah, sure.
For the
Go get this
professor.
guy's porn.
He gives you an address and he tells you a number on the recording. It's TR-102.
That's more than one number.
And the dealer will know what you mean.
If based on the level of wide eye the dealer gives me is how I'm gonna judge this.
Dude, I almost wonder if he actually may be a brony. I could almost see it.
Oh no.
There's My Little Pony
gross.
canon in this
Anyway.
universe.
I wish it were just a murder.
You drive over to one of Night City's 17 seedy sides of town, and you go to the address, and there is a small kiosk, essentially, with a little neon sign that says brain dances. You go in, and sure enough, the majority of them that are on display are covers that look like they would be pornographic.
Okay, we need the back room for this.
But there's a few
There's
other
just-
things here. Some of them just look like movies.
There's just vending machines with these things.
No. There's a vendor. There's a guy
there's an
at
actual
a
guy.
small stand. Yeah. You're in like a alleyway marketplace.
It's Blockbuster, but
Guys,
Worse.
it's the
Oh
troll
my God,
market, but
Blockbuster.
for the future.
Blockbuster's back, guys.
I mean, you know.
be
It's better
kind,
than ever.
rewind.
All right, what is this? I go up to the guy and I say the number. Was it TR-102?
Yeah.
It's TR-102.
Okay, I did remember it. Great.
Good job. It's been all of 3 minutes.
Look, man,
That's enough time for me
I'm
to forget.
very, very low on sleep.
Get over it.
So's Nico, I assume.
You say, yeah, you know, I'm here to pick up TR-102. You have that, and the guy's like, oh, yeah, hang on.
Pulls out a shotgun.
Can I insight check? Does this man seem
There's
off-put
a
by
skill
this?
called human perception, John. If you
I
want
got
to
a
roll
-2.
human
I think
perception.
everything's okay.
Does anyone else want to roll it?
Sure, I'll do it. Human perception it was. Where is that?
Yeah.
14.
I got a 26.
Wow.
I see into this man's brain.
You dance
You can
into
hear
it.
his thoughts.
He just seems kind of surprised, almost pleasantly so.
Oh, that's good.
He's digging down under the low end of the kiosk for like a minute. And he's like, there we are. And he pulls it out and places the cartridge on the counter. And he's like, well, honestly, I forgot I even had one of these.
Is this like
this is old.
Is this like an
this
NES
is pre-war
cartridge?
stuff. Yeah, it's big. It's bigger. I mean, relatively.
Rather than a computer chip, it's a fucking SNES cartridge.
Right,
It's like
whereas normally it would be like SD card sized. It's the size of like,
a floppy disk.
yeah, it's bigger, you
Who's
know.
floppy disk?
And clearly it's old. He describes it as being pre-war.
Which war?
Well, they're the most recent one,
The
you presume,
war.
which was the one that ended in the explosion at Arasaka Tower.
Oh, so this is from now. This is from our time
Essentially,
now.
yeah. Which would make it one of the earliest brain dances, prototype stuff.
Dang.
So this is like a this is like an actual VHS.
It'd be like finding a VHS today.
It'd be like finding a Blu-ray.
Like an early VHS. Like
Betamax.
I'm telling you,
VHS
it's gonna be a fucking
Laserdisc.
It's gonna be My Little Pony.
What could TR stand for?
Little pony.
It doesn't have a cover image. It just says TR102. It's written in Sharpie on a white thing. Like,
All right, I'm just gonna ask him, what's on it? Our friend who we were buying this for wasn't very specific what's on it. Do you know what's on
the
it?
dealer's like, honestly, I don't know. I don't have a player for these things. These are old test recordings at TR right there. Test recording. Some of the engineers who were designing this stuff.
It's the entire database on Operation Paperclip. No one looked that up.
Basically, in the old days when they were building these things before the fall of the net, a lot of these test recordings were distributed around. Copies were made. This is one of them. It could be anything. I don't know. You know, they tested them on some pretty boring stuff, some pretty crazy stuff from what I've heard. I don't have a player for anything this old.
So what you're saying is we either have a copy of Titanic or a first-person view of someone skydiving without a parachute. There's not going to be an in-between.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe your pal's just a history buff. I don't know.
How much is this?
So Professor gave you the money beforehand. It was 100 eddies.
Okay.
He pays you for
Cha-ching.
it.
I've spent that much in a Blu-ray set, so it's fine.
Can I interest the rest of you folks in anything a little more interesting?
No thanks.
Do you happen to have someone storming Normandy?
Well, World War II did happen basically the same way that it happened in the real
know.
world, so no.
Okay.
In that there were no virtual reality recorders present.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Do you have a
100%.
copy of Fast and the Furious 25?
Get this man out of here.
Colin, Jack,
Yo,
let me have you roll human perception.
13.
Okay. You get the sense that when he's talking about something a little more interesting, he's not just talking about the porn that he's selling. You feel like he might have something,
Dirty.
not so legal
Yep.
underneath there.
Yep. That's fine.
Yeah, you're not gonna make a scene of it?
Not currently.
Okay. Okay, sure, you can just report him.
3 minutes from now, a SWAT team is going to show up. He's like, hey.
Alright, so if that's all we're doing with the brand dance vendor, then yeah, you guys can head back over to Professor's place. Getting
Pick up
pretty
some
late
Chinese food.
at this point. Sure. Sure.
So wait, we have no way to play this thing on our own?
You don't, no. There's places you could go that have public brand dance players, but they're all updated. Professor probably has one of his own.
Dang it.
An antique
Alright.
piece.
I want to know.
It'd be like buying an N64 cartridge and going home and be like, why can't I plug this into my PlayStation 5, Like,
Everyone has Chinese food now. We're going to go back to Professor's house with Chinese food. He can have some too.
okay. What's everyone's Chinese food orders in this universe?
Don't worry about it.
What are your Cyberpunk Chinese food orders?
A bunch of
Beef
crab
with broccoli.
rangoons.
I thought animals didn't exist.
It's all synth.
There's
it's all
synth meat. But anyway, you head back over to Professor's with some Chinese food. He invites you back in again. He's like, oh, good, great. I'm
also brought some
almost
food.
done here. Oh, I appreciate that. Sure, yeah, I'll have some.
You know what? I'll just come out and ask it. What's on this? It's old.
He said, I don't know. It's just one I don't have yet.
Collect.
Everybody needs a hobby. I've been trying to collect these old BDs. Found an old player a couple of years ago and just.
All right, so totally
Fantastic.
innocuous. He just wants a full set. Okay.
There you go. Just wanted to fake you out.
Dang. We've been.
Which is not to say that there isn't some fucked up shit on that recording.
He just doesn't want it because it's fucked up. He wants
Right.
the full set. That's fine.
But anyway, a couple more minutes go by as you work through your dinner, and
Nom,
he
nom.
gets to the bottom of his decryption. He's like, okay, I think I've got it here. Let's see. Wow, this is a very specific, bespoke virus you've got here.
Bespoke. Wow. Look at that SAT word.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What's an SAT?
And he turns to you guys. He's looking at this big wall of code, and he points to a variable in it. He says, Does that mean anything to you guys? This would be I believe, the target of the virus. And what he points to is the word Gramps.
Ooh, I think someone wants to tank some life support.
He's like, well, it looks like what this should do. It's very specifically set up for a certain network, but if this is plugged into the right network, it's supposed to target a certain set of machines. It looks like it might be some cyberware on someone, and shut it down or short it out. It's hard to say. And it has a field in here. I could enter a timer.
Oh.
So that when it's plugged in, a timer would begin, so I could set it for 24 hours, and this would go off 24 hours after when it's plugged into the network.
Great.
I can do that for you guys if you want. Like I said, 24, 1, 48.
Set it for 1 and 48.
It's only one field.
Quick group huddle.
Group huddle.
So yes, you realize what you've been handed by Terry
Is basically our...
Sorry, I was slurping up noodles.
We've removed
is basically
random element.
a silver bullet for your grandfather. You plug this into the Militech HQ network at any point, and it'll tunnel through their system and electrocute him. Now, the man's on his deathbed anyway,
You won't feel a thing.
but
No, he'll
You don't-
feel it, and that's the
he'll,
point.
he'll probably feel it. But you don't know when he's gonna die as it stands.
Well,
This would allow you to time it very precisely.
Why don't we go visit him?
Because we can't.
Because we hate
we
him
don't
and he
like
hates
him.
us.
I don't like...
He also had Terry killed. Remember?
He probably only takes visits by appointment also.
but he's our grandpa.
But he's a bitch.
But he's a piece of shit.
Oh.
Well, so that is the dilemma, right? And you don't have to decide right now, but what you have to tell Professor right now is what number should we put in this timer? Do we want to have him die in an hour when you plug it in, or do you want to have him die 2 days later when you plug it in, or what do you want to do?
Well,
I'd
what
say
did-
2 days
If
later.
if you decide to use it.
I say
What
we
did
wait.
Terry say was, like, the timer?
The timer field was empty.
No. But, like, for when he died, how long was it going to take for his shit to be moved?
You're not really sure. In the Braindance recording you watch, he just said, ship them when I die. So, could be a matter of hours after it happens.
Okay, so, like, we
It
could
could
have
be
this
immediate, even, but
set
you don't
to
know.
2 days, and then we'll have time for,
You'll have
we're ready
a
to go,
pretty
we plug it
brief
in, and
window.
then we could just wait
Yeah.
and monitor.
48-hour timer?
Yeah, 48.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
48 is pretty good. I think one is
think-
not enough.
Do you think 48
Sure.
is too little? Wouldn't we want more
Well, two-
days?
No, but that's 48 is not from when we enter the timer. 48 is from when we plug it into their system.
Yeah, 2 days. It's not 2 days from now. It's 2 days from when
True,
the
we
program
still have
activates,
to
which
plug
is
it
it's
in.
set to do. You'd have to get into Militech HQ, just any part of the building, really. Find an access port and plug it in.
And it'll do the thing.
Which is not an easy thing on itself, but you have this tool now.
Wouldn't 48 hours be, then in that case wouldn't 48 be too long? Because couldn't it be
Alright, then
found?
set it for 24. Does everyone...
24.
Is everyone
Uh,
okay with that?
I've
24?
24.
Yeah.
4.5.
24. No decimal points. Has to be a whole number.
Fine, 25.
I thought of something better than 24.
25.
So yes, Professor's like, okay, 24 hours. And he's like, yeah, that seems to be it. You plug this in, the timer will start. He's just kind of like following the code with his finger. And then whoever Gramps is gonna have a bad time.
That's
yeah,
okay.
we will. I mean, was that out loud?
And then he kind of looks at you guys. He's like, you don't have to tell me this, but like, is Gramps, like, does he deserve it?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
120%, yes.
Yeah, no, he's a bitch.
He's like, all right, you seem pretty confident about that. Good enough for
Mac
me.
Mini says he's a bitch.
I want to spell that for you.
I said,
B-I-T-H.
Itch.
That would be bitch.
You know.
Mac made didn't go to school.
What was it, a vine? It was just like, what does that spell? Garbage. You
I have not seen that.
gotta
but
take out the garbage.
So yeah, Professor yanks the chip out, hands it back to you guys, and says, well,
Adios. Get out.
good luck.
Good luck murdering.
Alright, thanks.
Happy murdering.
Bye.
Good luck with your collection.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Anyway, with all that sorted out, you guys head out of Professor's Place, and so I'll set up the cliffhanger for next
Already?
time.
That was quick.
You all get a text from Rogue that says, "Swing by in the morning. I think I have a job for you guys."
Alright, swing low, sweet chariot.
Wow.
And that is where we'll call it for this one.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us this week. Be sure to tune in next week and like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now, actually.
Whenever.
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Goodbye.
This is-
2 weeks from now. Goodbye. Anything else?
So
Watch our Let's Plays.
Oh, yeah, we have Let's Plays.
And
Watch our Let's Plays.
farewell.
The other podcast.
Peter saying adieu.
Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. The whole drill. You guys know how this works. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Peace.